So good morning, all of you. Ma.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Motion is straight line. Ma. So it is a motion is straight line. It is a part of kinematics. Kinematics is a part of mechanics. Of course, mechanics is a part of physics. So these are all basic definitions I will give you next week. Okay. So now no need to learn that kinematic definition, mechanics, dynamics, statics. All the definitions I will give you next week. Okay.
Sir, kinematics is mathematics of kinetics, sir.
Not exactly. It is different.
Sir, physics evening study classes there, no, sir. That time you will only come, sir.
Yeah. Why you are thinking other? Please write down. Please write down. Together I will explain. See, Emma, if a position of a particle does not change with the time with respect to the with the time with respect to wait. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Time we wrote 2 times, sir.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait. Right. If a position of a particle does not changing with the time with respect to the surroundings, then it is said to be in rest. Means, for example, if you take one bench in our class, right? So let us say classroom is a surrounding, time anyhow time. So with respect to the classroom, if you are not disturbing one bench, with respect to the classroom, position of that bench does not change. Right, and also with respect to the surroundings, with respect to the classroom, and also with respect to the time. Here time continuously move, but here position of that bench does not change. We can say that bench is said to be at rest. That bench is said to be at rest. Their surrounding is important, and also time also important. And here, if a position of particle is changing, for example, if you see some students will be there, maybe boy or maybe girl, they will change continuously their places in the classroom continuously. Okay, so with respect to classroom, position of that person, that boy or girl is changing, and also with respect to the time. Okay, here we can say that student is said to be in motion. There we can say bench is said to be at rest. Understanding, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the strength in today's chemistry class, ma? Very less today. Saturday, na? Weekend, sir.
Sir, 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, they're telling that they'll open colleges, no, sir, from 23rd.
Let's see, ma. Let's hope. Okay. Next, ma. Distance or path length. Distance or path length. The length of actual path. The length of what here, ma? The length of actual path. Actual path between initial and final positions. Initial and final positions. Length of actual path between initial and final positions. And I didn't explain anything. SI unit meter, CGS unit centimeter. Okay. Dimensional formula L, scalar. Together I will explain what is the distance, what is the displacement. The shortest distance between initial and final positions. Shortest distance between initial and final positions. SI unit meter, CGS centimeter, dimensional formula L vector. Right. Right. See here, ma'am. So it is actual path. It is what here? Actual path. Listen, Mala, listen, ma. Listen. It is actual path. In this actual path, particle is following along this path. Particle is following along this path. So it is initial position and it is what here? Final position. Final position. So what I remember, the length of actual path between initial and final position. So this white color, this white color, thicker one, thicker line. This we can call this total path length only. We can call what here? Distance. So here, this total path, out of the total path, particle is following this thicker path. So that path followed by the particle, out of the total path. So that path followed by the particle we can call a path length or distance. And here it is a meters, centimeter, dimensional formula. Scalar means why we are writing scalar. So here direction in this direction, here like this. Direction is changing continuously. See here, direction is changing continuously. Whenever it is direction, its direction changes, automatically it becomes what? Scalar. Now, what is that? Displacement. What is that? Displacement. Displacement. See here. Displacement means what here? It is initial position and it is what here? Final position. What I wrote? Shortest distance between initial and final positions. Shortest means it is one distance. It is one distance. It is also distance. It is also distance. Correct? And it is also one distance. Direct straight line. So out of all the paths, what is the shortest path? Straight line only, right?
Straight line.
Straight line. So the shortest path between initial 4 paths I give. That 4 paths are nothing but path length, nothing but distance only. So shortest path between initial and final positions we can call displacement. Okay, na? So here it is having proper direction, left to right. That is why I'm writing here vector, remaining all same. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Next one. So I'll give one example problem. I'll give one example problem so that it will be easy for you. So it is O, it is Q, it is a P, it is R. So it is 0, 240, 360, and minus 120. It is along positive x-axis, and it is along negative x-axis. A body moving from O to P, then P to O, and then O to R. Find distance and displacement. Find distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. So can you say the answer for this? Anybody?
So distance will be 500 meters.
Distance is how much?
500, sir.
Wrong. CM. What particle moving how O to P? Like this. Then P to O. Like this. And then O to R. Like this. So initially particle starts here and ends here at the gel. What is the total distance? Can you say?
Sir, 840.
Correct. So
And displacement is 120, sir.
yeah, correct. O to P, P to O, and O to R. So O to P 360, P to O 360, O to R 120. Listen, for a distance, no need to worry about the direction because it is a scalar. For a distance, no need to worry about the direction. Simply, we have to consider the path length. Okay, how it is moving, along which path it is moving. We should take the total length of the path, along which path it is moving. So path followed by particle. Keep in your mind, path followed by particle means actual length of particle, actual length of path followed by particle. Okay, it becomes what here? 840. Let us say meters. And a displacement?
120.
Yeah, because it is initial position and it is the final position. Shortest distance between initial and final position. It is obviously what? 120. It is obviously what here? 120. Hope you understand, everyone. Completed?
Yes.
Right. So small applications are there. No? Applications are there. For example, first one. No? A particle is moving from A to B along curved path. So then distance, can you say what is the distance?
Circumference, sir.
Yes, ma. Distance for full circle, ma. For full circle, distance becomes what here?
2 pi r, sir.
2 pi r. For a half circle,
Pi r.
pi r. That's all. For a half circle, it is a pi r.
Displacement is 2r.
Correct. Displacement is what here? 2r. So here it is path. It is the longest path. But what is the shortest path? Straight line, right? A to B.
Yes, sir.
Please. A person moves from A to B and then B to C. Moves from A to B and then B to C. So A, B, C. It is 3 meters. It is 4 meters. Then what is the distance, ma?
5 meters. AC.
Distance, ma. Still
7, sir.
you are not understanding. Simply you are telling like order. Listen carefully, ma. Distance means a path. How the particle is.
Distance is 7 meters.
It is
Yes,
moving.
sir. 7, sir.
So 3 plus 4 is what? 7. Distance, displacement means what? Shortcut.
Displacement is pi, sir.
It is initial position and it is final position. It is obviously from Pythagoras, it is what here? 5 meters. Don't go for lottery, ma, please. You should know properly, then only you should give the answer. In competitive, lottery will not work out. Don't, any question, not only physics. You should not apply lottery. If you know properly, then you can say confidently answer. Finished?
1 minute, sir.
Right. Next, third application.
Sir, 1 second, sir. Sir, 1 second, 1 second.
Here, no? Third application, see that? So actually, here observe carefully. Particle is moving. Right on. A particle is moving from A to B along curved path. Along what here, ma? Curved path. Along a curved path. See here. So it is O along curved path A to B. This move. Then distance and displacement we have to find out. So path and making an angle theta at its center. Okay, then we have to find out the distance and displacement. So actually here, if you
Theta by 360 into 2 pi r.
no, not like that. 1 second. 1 second. Listen carefully here. So A to B, and here it is making an angle theta while moving from A to B. That particle means the radius vector making an angle theta. Let us say here theta here theta. So distance means what here? A to B. The distance is what here? This dotted line. Displacement means what here? Shortcut. A to B, direct straight line. Is it correct? Yeah. So now, so we have to find out this AB. First, I'm finding displacement. So from this right, radius is what here, r. Radius is what here, r. So here first, sin theta equal to sin theta, right angle triangle is there. X by r. Opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side x, hypotenuse is r. Right angle triangle. Okay. So then x equal to r sin theta. Then it is also x, right? Therefore, displacement is how much? Displacement 2x, right? Here I forgot. I'm sorry. So theta by 2. Why? Because it is a theta by fully theta. Then half angle becomes what here? Theta by 2. So then sin theta by 2. Then sin theta by 2 equal to x by r. Sin theta by 2 equal to x by r. Then x equal to r sin theta by 2. Did you understand now? Say yes or no, ma.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here. So in this case, right. So total is theta. It is theta by x, a, b, radius r. Okay, center O. A to B, this dotted line we can call it is a distance. The straight line A to B we can call displacement. Next, distance equal to what? Can anybody say distance? Anybody?
Sir, I'm guessing it's theta by 360 into 2 pi r.
Not like that.
Sir, it's the formula for length of arc, which makes an angle.
Yeah. So here, it is obviously from cone properties directly, maybe that is correct. So from cone property, if it is a theta, it is x and this r. Then x equal to what we can write, r theta. Is it correct? It is a displacement and it is a distance.
So radius into angle will give you the length of arc.
See, actually we should consider this arc is very, very small. If arc is very small, it looks like a straight line. So here theta and here x and here r. When very, very small arc means angle also very small. Then tan theta equal to opposite side by adjacent side. When theta is small, tan theta is a theta by r. Then x equal to r theta. Remember carefully. Okay. If you want, you can write. Otherwise, no need to write. So next one.
So 1 minute previous slide. Done.
Next one. So therefore conclusion, distance always greater than or equal to displacement, never be less than. Why? Because see here, when particle is moving along a straight line, A to B. In this case, distance is equal to what here? Distance is equal to what? Displacement. Displacement. That is the path length and that is the shortest distance. And for example, if a particle is moving in a circular path, after completion of one rotation, distance is what? 2 pi r. And displacement is what?
0, sir.
0. So after completion of one rotation, it is initial position, and again it comes to the final position. So the shortest distance between initial position and final position is a 0. That means displacement 0. So after completion of one rotation, what is the distance covered? Simply circumference, right? 2 pi r. So in this case, distance is greater than displacement. Distance is greater than displacement. In this case, a distance is equal to displacement. That means distance is may be greater or equal to displacement, but never be less than. Keep in mind, never be less than. Okay. Completed. Right. Next, speed. The rate of change of distance r distance traveled in unit time. So speed equal to distance by time. So SI unit, how we can write? Meter per second. CGS centimeter per second. Dimensional formula LT power minus 1. So it is what here? Scalar quantity. Did you understand this definition?
Yes, sir.
Rate of change of distance, no, sir.
Yeah, direct definition. Or it's simply distance traveled in unit time in 1 second. In SI system, meter per second. In CGS system, centimeter per second. Okay, dimensional formula LT power minus 1. LT power what here? Minus 1. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Simple distance traveled in 1 second. That's it. So
And for velocity, it will be displacement, sir.
yeah, uniform speed. Huh? Uniform speed. If a body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, equal distance traveled in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be in moving with uniform speed. Moving with what here? Uniform speed. Non-uniform speed. If your body travels, equal distances in unequal intervals of time, vice versa, then it is said to be moving with non-uniform speed. See here, man. See here.
Completed, sir.
Listen here. If your body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, for example, if you take here, for example, see here, equal distances. So in a first second, 10-meter distance. In second second also 10 meters distance. In a third second also 10-meter distance. Okay. All distances are same and all time intervals are at same. Okay, in a first second 10 meters, in a second second also 10 meters. No need to move your body, no need to move along straight line because it is a speed, right? Irrespective of distance, irrespective of direction, body should cover 10 meters in first second. That's all. Body should cover 10 meters in second second. Same if body covers the 10 meters in same third second, we can say that body is said to be moving with uniform speed. Body is said to be moving with what here? Uniform speed. Uniform speed. Non-uniform means what here? For example, in a first second 10 meters, in second second 30 meters, in a third second 50 meters. Okay, time intervals are same here. Time intervals are same, but here traveling distances are different. Otherwise, here, here see, here 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter. So to cover first 10 meter distance, 1 second required. To cover next 10 meter distance, 10 seconds required. To cover next 10 meter distance, 5 seconds are required. So here traveling distances are same, but traveling taking time intervals are different. So if a body travels equal distances in unequal intervals of time, so if travel distances are same and time intervals are different, vice versa means what? If traveling distances are unequal and at equal time intervals, then we can call that is non-uniform. Simple. Traveling distances should be same. Traveling time intervals, so all time intervals should be same. Then only uniform speed. If any distances are changed, non-uniform. Time intervals are changed, non-uniform. If both are changed, that is also non-uniform. Okay. Next one. instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed. So basic definition. The speed of a particle at a particular instant of time. Right. V instant, how we can write? Limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t is equal to dx by dt. We can write x by t. Right. See, speed of a particle at a particular instant of time. For example, if you stand beside the road, suddenly one vehicle is moving in front of. Whenever you see that vehicle, whenever you saw the vehicle, whatever the speed that vehicle is having, whatever the speed that vehicle is having at that particular instant of time, like 11 o'clock, 1 minute, 1 second. At a particular interval means exactly 1 second time. Exactly 1 second time interval, whatever the speed that the particle having or vehicle having, that we can call instantaneous. Then what is the meaning of this total big line I wrote here? See here. So x dx delta x t here delta t, sorry, dt delta t dt, and here delta t, meaning it is, if it is 1 meter, 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter. If it is 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second. Okay. So here, when time in time is now see, observe carefully. See, all are distances only. All are distances only. But here, big quantity, low, small quantity. Tx is moderate quantity. Here, all are time intervals over here also. It is big time intervals, big quantity, small quantity, moderate quantity. What is it? V instant is what? Limited delta t tends to 0 means when time interval is small. So what we are considering exactly 1 second, exactly 1 second duration, we are considering speed. When time interval is small, delta x is nothing but dx. Dx is nothing but x. Why? Because when time interval is increasing, when if you consider certain half an hour time, we can say x, dx, delta x are different. When time interval, we are considering only 1 second time interval. Total experiment is only 1 second. When 1 second, all are same, right? Similarly, time intervals also, you are considering only 1 second. That means dt, delta dt, all are same. So velocity equal to display distance by speed. Speed equal to distance by time. Dx by dt or x by t. Understand this? Okay. Right. Next, average speed. Average speed. Average speed. The ratio of total distance to total time taken. Are you understanding, ma? Respond, please.
Yes, sir.
Respond, ma. Sometimes respond. I'm not asking any questions. Okay. I'm not asking any questions. Don't scare. If you are not responding, simply I will teach. I will go to the next screen. That's all. Your wish. Total distance by
Total time taken.
total time. S1 plus S2, let us say S3 by T1 plus T2 plus T3. Where S1, S2, S3 are distances traveled traveled in time intervals T1, T2, and T3. Total distance by total time is average speed. Total distance by total time is what? Average speed. So in time T1, distance traveled, yes. Time T2, distance traveled, yes. Time T3, distance traveled is S3. Means in the total experiment. So total distance divided by total time.
Sir, can you explain instantaneous speed once again?
At a particular instant of time, for example, if you stand on the road and in front of you one vehicle is moving, suddenly if you see that vehicle, whenever you saw the vehicle, at that time, whatever the speed that vehicle is having, so that speed we can call instantaneous, means at a particular instant. There I wrote limit delta t tends to 0. Delta t tends to 0 means time interval is very small. Time never be 0. Time interval is very small. That is the meaning of delta t tends to 0. When time interval is very small, obviously delta x by delta t becomes dx by dt. Speed equal to what? Distance by time. So delta x by delta t is dx by dt. Dx by dt is nothing but x by t. All quantities are same in numerator and all quantities are same in denominator. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. Some applications are there. See here, no? Average speed applications. No? First one. A body traveling. Please write down between two positions. Positions A and B. Between two positions A and B. Travels first half of the distance. First half of the distance. First half of the distance with speed v1 and next half of the distance. Next half of the distance with speed v2. Then average speed for
Sir, what you're writing after off is not visible.
Yes, sir.
really.
Yes, sir. After the first half of, nothing is visible.
Oh my God. One. Are you seeing the screen now?
The screen is visible, but after the half of it's not visible. The words are not visible, sir.
Now? Same thing, huh?
Sir, it's a black screen. Yes, sir, now it came.
Are you seeing the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See it. A body traveling between two positions, A and B, travels first half of the distance with speed v1 and the next half of the distance with speed v2. Right. So here observe carefully, man. Total journey. Average speed for total journey. So here it is A and here it is a B. So total distance is S. Okay. So it is S1 and it is S2. Here speed V1 and here speed V2. Okay. Here time taken T1. Here time taken T2. Then average speed formula what I gave? S1 plus S2 plus S3. Of course, here two intervals. Na? Are you seeing
Yes,
the
sir.
screen properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Right. So S by 2. Observe carefully. Two intervals. Na? S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. Okay. Basic relation. Then S1 they are giving distance. See, observe carefully. First half of the distance with the speed V1. So distances and speeds they are giving. So S1 equal to S by 2. S2 equal to S by 2. And a time they are not giving. So unknown parameter time. So we should convert it to known. So time equal to what here? Distance by speed. Correct? Huh? Right.
Yes,
Time
sir.
equal to distance by speed. Okay, please. Then if you take here, S by 2 becomes what? Yes. So here also S1 is S by 2. And here S2 is S by 2. Right. S will get cancelled. What is the remaining? 1 by 2v1, 1 by 2v2.
2v2.
Right. So 1 divided by 2v1, v2 LCM. Here it
V1 plus
becomes
V2, sir.
V2.
V2 plus V1 or V1 plus V2.
So it becomes what? 2v1,
2V1 V2 by V2 V1 plus V2, sir.
v1 plus v2. First half of the distance and the second half of the distance. Copy this. Understand all of you what I'm doing?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
how did S1 by V1 plus S2 by V2 like turn into S by 2V1? That part can you explain?
Here time equal to distance by speed. Do you know that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here S1 is what? Half, right? S by 2. See here S1, S by 2, S2 also S by 2.
Oh, okay. So S1 and S2 you took it as S by 2.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sir.
They are only giving half of the distance, half of the distance. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Sir, 1 second.
So second application. Huh? A body traveling between two positions two positions A and B, comma, travels from A to B with speed v1 and from B to A with speed v2, with speed v2. Then average speed for total journey, average speed for what here, man? Journey. So here A and here it is B. So while moving from A to B, S1, D1, T1.
S will be same only, sir.
Yeah,
So we can take S only.
B1, T1. Okay. While moving this side, B2, T2. S is same only. Okay, na? S is same. While moving from A to B, speed V1. While moving from B to A, speed V2. Then what is the formula? S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. Right. S1 equal to S1 they are giving. S1 is what? A to B. S1 means here S1. Here we can write here S2. A to B. A to B is S1. S1 means S. S2 is B to A. B to A also yes, right?
Yes, sir.
T1 equal to what? S1 by T1, S2 by T2. Basic formula. Okay, na? No. What I wrote. S1 by V1, S2 by V2. Right. So it becomes 2S by S by V1, S by V2. Correct? 2 divided by 1 by V1, 1 by V2 equal to 2 divided by V2 plus V1 by V1, V2. V1, V2. It becomes 2 V1, V2 by V1 plus V2. 2 V1, V2 by
Same, sir.
same formula. Yeah. Completed.
Yes, sir.
Try to understand. S1 is yes, S2 is yes, T1 is S1 by V1, T2 is S2 by V2. Okay. S1, S plus S, 2S. Here S1 is S again. S2 is also S again in denominator. Take a common factor S on both numerator and denominator. What is the remaining? 2 divided by 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. Take LCM only for denominator. Obviously V2 plus V1 by V1. Then V1, V2 goes to the numerator. Right. Next one, third application. A body is traveling between two positions, between two positions A and B, comma, right. So body traveling between two positions A and B travels first half of the time with the speed v1 and next half of the time with the speed v2. Then average speed for total journey all of you see that first application don't first application it is correct only, don't worry. First application what I gave V average equal to 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this equation we can write 2 by V average equal to 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. Write down beside this also. Both are same. If you take LCM again, you will get this equation. Two intervals we can write like this. If a gap is there for n intervals, for n equal distances, I forgot to give this. For n equal distances, n by V average equal to, for first application, for this total for first application. Already you wrote this equation, remaining 1 by V1, 1 by V2 plus and so on 1 by Vn. See, not only for two intervals, they can ask any number of intervals. Okay, 2 intervals means 2 by V average, 3 intervals means 3 by V average, 4 intervals means 4 by V average. Understanding now?
Yes, sir.
Sir, so the statement for third and first is the same.
Third one, I did not explain anything.
No, sir, the statement is the same, right?
Different. Third one, I'm explaining third one. Then average speed for total journey. See, So it is in the first application half of the distance. In third application half of the time. Third application half of the time. Right. So here, so it is A, it is a B. So here a time T1 and here a time T2. Here S1 and here S2. Here V1 and here V2. Same story. For every application, I'm following the same process so that you can understand easily. Right. Equal to S1 plus S2 by T1 plus T2. For all applications, same form. Right. So here, a body traveling between two positions, A and B, okay, travels first half of the time. That means here T1 is obviously what? T by 2. T2 becomes what here? T by 2. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
So here distance equal to what? They are not giving a distance. In the first application, what they are giving? Half of the distance with the speed V1. Half of the distance with the speed V2. So they are giving distances and speeds. That is why we converted it in the denominator. Check your first application. In denominator, we converted times in terms of distances and speeds. Distance and speeds. But in this case, they are giving first half of the time with speed. That means T1, V1, T2, V2. In third application, they are not talking about the distances. Okay? Distances are unknown. So we should convert into known. So distance equal to what?
Speed into time.
time. Speed into time. Understand now clearly?
Yes, sir.
You should understand now. You should understand. Please. Right up to here. Can you say what we can get answer? Anybody? Right. Completed up to here.
V1 T1 plus V2 T2 by 2T.
T by 2 becomes 2T, man.
No, sir, T it becomes.
So if it V1 plus V2.
Right. So it becomes so V average equal to what? V1 T1. V1 T1 also T by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
T2 also T by 2. T by 2, T by 2. Yeah. T by 2, T by 2 becomes what?
T.
I'm writing here T by 2. 1 second. Take T by 2 common. 1 plus 1. What we can get common factor here? T by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
For n equal time intervals, V average equal to V1 plus V2 and so on, Dn divided by En. Completed.
Yes, sir.
Rate of change of displacement R. Displacement covered in 1 second. So velocity equal to displacement by time.
Completed, sir.
Understand my rate of change of displacement or displacement in 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Both are same, easy only. So what we can write my here? SI unit is what? Meter per
Meter
second.
per second.
CGS unit is what?
Centimeter per second.
Centimeter per second. Dimensional formula LT power minus 1. It is vector. Uniform velocity. If a body covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be moving with
Uniform velocity.
same uniform speed, uniform velocity, approximately same. Here we will discuss a distance and here we will consider displacement. That's all. Remaining all same.
Completed, sir.
Let them write. Did you understand the two definitions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here I forgot here, ma. If your body covers equal displacements in unequal intervals of time, vice versa. Please write down. Second definition, no? Please see that. If your body covers equal displacements in unequal intervals of time, vice versa. I forgot vice versa. Vice versa, then it is said to be moving with uniform, non-uniform velocity. Clear, man? Yeah. So next, man. Instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity. Can you say a definition? The velocity of a particle.
At a particular instant of time.
Correct. At a particular instant of time. Same, there we will consider distance. Here we will consider displacement. Remaining all same story.
Sir, what is this LT, sir?
Limit, ma. Limit, LT means limit delta t tends to 0. This total meaning is we are considering small interval of time. Limit, we are restricting the time. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Limit means limit, ma. We are restricting the time, small interval. That limits will come, limits and derivatives, it will come in mass also properly.
So you wrote dx by dx.
Okay. Yes. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next. Acceleration. The rate of change of,
Velocity by time.
of course, same rate of change of velocity. So that means acceleration equal to change in velocity by time. That is v minus u by t. A. U is initial velocity.
V is final velocity.
Correct. final velocity time taken. SI unit meter per second square. CGS centimeter. Dimensional formula LT power -2. It is what? Vector. Those who are missed today, enough. They cannot understand the next class also. Because today I'm giving so many topics. At any cost, we have to complete within 10 minutes. We have to complete 2 more
Sir, like
definitions.
all this we have learned in earlier classes. These are like basics of physics.
Sorry, ma?
All these topics that you taught today, we've learned it before in earlier classes. They're like basics of physics.
Yeah. In today's study class, we have to do the problems. Okay, attend the class, Anyhow, if you don't want, means your wish. Problems compulsory. Problems only important. Completed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next,
Sir, can you show previous slides?
yes, right down.
Thank you, sir.
Uniform acceleration means if a body has equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. Equal intervals of time. Then it is to be moving with uniform acceleration. Together I will explain. Non-uniform, acceleration. If a body has unequal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time, vice versa, then it is said to moving with non-uniform acceleration. These both the definitions I will tell you about it. I should explain, otherwise you cannot understand.
So like for uniform speed and uniform velocity, the acceleration is 0, sir.
Yes, ma'am. For uniform speed, acceleration may be 0, may not be 0. But uniform velocity means acceleration will be 0. That I will tell you. Write down this. Yeah, a body, see this my uniform acceleration. If your body has equal changes in velocities in equal intervals of time, means, for example, observe carefully my here, listen carefully. So here, velocity here velocity 5, here velocity 10, here velocity 15, here velocity 20. So changing initial velocity 5, final velocity 10, time interval let us say 1 second. Again 10 to 15, time taken 1 second. 15 to 20, time taken 1 second. So here change in velocity 5 to 10, final minus initial is 5, change in velocity. Here also 5, here also 5. So if body having equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time, change in velocity is what? Changes in velocity is what? 5, 5, 5. What is the time interval? Time taken in what here? 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So equal changes in velocities in equal intervals of time. Equal changes in velocities in equal intervals of time. Equal intervals of time. Okay. So compulsory velocity should change. Compulsory velocity should change. Without changing velocity, it is not possible of acceleration. It is not possible to get the acceleration. But that change also should be uniform. Then only we can say that body is said to be moving with uniform acceleration. Non-uniform means what here, man? For example, 5 to 10, 1 second. 10 to 25, again 1 second. Here a difference 5 to 10 is a 5. 10 to 25 is difference is what here, man? 15. Okay, 25 to 40. 25 to let us say 60. Difference is what here? 35. So change in velocity in the first second is a 5. Change in velocity in second is a 15. Change in velocity in third second is a 35. So here change in velocities are different. Time intervals are same. Or if time intervals are different, change in velocities are same. We can say that is a non-uniform acceleration. Understanding, man? Say yes or no. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Negative acceleration or retardation. Negative acceleration or retardation. If a body is moving, with decreasing velocity, then its acceleration becomes negative. Full stop. This negative acceleration is called retardation. Example, u equal to 5, v equal to 10 meter. Sorry. U equal to 10, v equal to 5, and a time interval is say 2 seconds. Therefore, a equal to v minus u by t. It is retardation. Did you understand this definition?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
If any body is moving with decreasing velocity, then automatically that acceleration of the body becomes negative. The negative acceleration only we can call retardation. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Example also I took here. See this.
Sir, 1 minute.
Yeah, initial velocity 10, final velocity 5, and after 2 seconds. So then acceleration becomes what? A final minus initial, always final minus initial. If we get positive, that we should call acceleration. If we get negative, that we should call retardation. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, last.
Sir, so 1 second, sir.
one. Equations of motion are kinematic equations. Equations of motion for uniform acceleration. For uniform acceleration. Okay. Finished. Ma. Last topic in this for this state scientific syllabus. So here, ma, first one. Please write down velocity as a function of time. V equal to u plus at. Second one. Displacement as a function of time. S equal to ut plus half at square. Velocity as a function of displacement. V square minus u square equal to 2a. Last one. Displacement in nth second. Sn equal to u plus a into n minus r. Velocity as a function of time. Measure velocity and time. Okay, v equal to u plus at. Displacement as a function of time. Measure displacement and time. S to t. S equal to ut plus half at. Next, velocity as a function of displacement. So measure velocity and displacement. V and S. V minus u square is v square minus u square velocity. S is displacement. Displacement in nth second. We can apply this relation for any particular second. Maybe first second, maybe second second, maybe third second. We will do the problems in evening class. Join in the evening class compulsory. We will do a number of problems. Okay, ma?
Yes, sir.
Right, ma. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.